They never made it. 600 peaceful protesters set out from Selma, Alabama, marching for their right to vote. But as they stepped onto Edmund Pettus Bridge, they were met with tear gas, nightsticks, and brutal force. On this date in 1965, commonly referred to as Bloody Sunday, was a day that changed history forever. The march was led by civil rights leaders John Lewis and Hosea Williams, determined to make a stand against voter suppression. Their goal? A 54-mile march to Montgomery to demand equal voting rights for Black Americans. But as they crossed the bridge, they faced a wall of Alabama state troopers, armed and waiting. A command rang out, "Disperse." The marchers stood firm. Then came the assault. Clubs struck heads. Tear gas filled the air. Officers on horseback charged, trampling those who couldn't escape. John Lewis, only 25 years old, suffered a fractured skull. Others laid bloodied on the pavement. The entire attack was broadcast on national television, shocking Americans across the country. The horror of Bloody Sunday ignited a movement. Days later, Martin Luther King Jr. led thousands more in another march. This time, the world was watching. Federal protection was granted, and marchers finally reached Montgomery. Within months, change came. On August 6, 1965, the Voters' Right Act was signed into law, banning racial discrimination in voting. The sacrifices of that day shifted the course of history. Bloody Sunday was a pivotal moment in the fight for democracy, but the struggle for voting rights is far from over. Voter suppression is still happening today. Through strict ID laws, voter roll purges, gerrymandering, poll closures, and even misinformation. These tactics continue to target marginalized communities and silence voices that should be heard. Honor the sacrifice, protect democracy. Let us keep marching forward.